Welcome to everybody to our another version of Square Tales Sunday. Again, as always, Miss Sonia is going to be our expert. And as always, she has something interesting to talk about today. Building happy attitude is the topic of the day. I think there is a term they've given it. I'll let them pronounce it. I probably won't bring the energy and the right tone to that word. But again, welcome to all the parents, children, caretakers, teachers, everybody that is joining us from across India. We've been looking at a lot of the demographics. We seem to have people coming from all across, a lot of southern states as well as northern states, so that's good. And today's guest that Ms. Sonia has brought on is Ms. Jyoti. Ms. Jyoti is a trained counselor and a practicing psychologist. I think we're very happy to have you, Ms. Jyoti, today to join us. And thank you, Sonia, again for a beautiful topic. And again, like always, I really won't take a lot of time. I'll just ask everybody that if you miss any of these sessions, please feel free to join us on our Facebook community. We're actually posting all of our complete sessions there. So in case you miss it here, it's okay. You can definitely find all the previous sessions there. The people that are joining us the first time, we've done actually multiples of these, and I think you can find all of them there, and they're like a journey, right? So you want to make sure that you also, if you're coming to this first time, you want to go through the first four as well that we've done with Ms. Sonia. So anyway, not taking any more time. Welcome, Ms. Sonia. Welcome, Ms. Jyoti, and I'll hand it over to you guys.
Thank you so much, and good evening, everybody. So today it's Happitude. So just getting your attitude ready, and of course, our Panda is here with his mask. Now we don't know how Panda is feeling today. So let's see. Do you think he would be happy? Do you think he's angry today, or do you think he's sad? Just think and tell me, how do you feel Panda would be feeling today? Think about it. Okay. So sometimes when you're going to be wearing your mask, your eyes have to shine and tell people what you're feeling. Okay. So you must try and look happy or sad or angry with your eyes. So try that today with a nice little mirror. All right. So as we do, we always like to start with a little activity. So are you all ready for the activity? Are the children there? Are you all ready? Are we ready to have some fun and simply sing a song or not? So do you all remember, or especially all the mums, I hope some dads are joining us too these days. So hands are ready. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Jyoti, you can join us. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And if you're happy and you know it, snap your fingers. If you're happy and you know it, tap your head. If you're happy and you know it, touch your toes. If you're happy and you know it, touch your nose. And clap your hands, snap your fingers, touch your head, touch your shoulders, touch your nose, touch your toes. All right. And now quickly turn around. And if mummies and daddies are here, I think one little happy clap. Yes, a hug to the babies. But you know, all the time these days, we are spending so much of time with the hugging of the babies, the running of the house. So sometimes we just need to be happy. So pick up your cup of tea, breathe a bit, and a big smile. So today we have Jyoti with us. So yes, she is a therapist, she's a counselor. But I remember Jyoti and I meeting her for the first time, where we both discussed, you know, our daughters. And we both just smiled because we were so proud of the happy girls we were growing, and two girls from two different parts of the world actually got two mums together. And just a few days back, I saw Jyoti put up a post saying Happitude, and I fell in love with the word. I picked up the phone and I said, Jyoti, we have to do this together. And that's how she's here with us. So Jyoti, welcome, and with a clap and a snap and a tap, everything welcome. And from the heart, right from the heart, a big welcome to the lovely platform and the lovely set of people who come and meet us every week.
Thank you so much, Sonia. It's such a pleasure to be here. And of course, connecting to you after such a long time.
Thank you.
Yes, I love connecting to happy people, and both of us know that we both are happy people,
Yes,
you know. So it's really good to be here. And
and warm
in the
welcome.
times of COVID and such uncertain times, if there is one thing that we need to learn, grow, and live with, that is happiness.
Yes.
And uh, it's really great to be here. So and now I'm here
Okay,
for you. Yeah.
thank you. So, Jyoti, a few years back, when I used to be teaching in a school, there was this annual day that we have, and one little girl who used to be generally very naughty and happy. Actually, I wouldn't even say naughty, just a smiley child. Unfortunately, was always made a tree. She would be just put in a corner, and she would just be asked to stand there. And when the program would start, and this little fairy would come, and they would have these animals jumping, this little tree would pop up with a smile and go and stand next to whoever she wants to. So invariably, she will decide that day who she wants to go and stand next to, and she keeps smiling at them, and she will keep telling their dialogues. So the teachers used to get really irritated with her, and again she would be put back into that little corner. But it didn't matter to the girl. So I watched this for many days, and on the day of the final day, I said nobody will touch this child. Nobody will give her instructions, and you can't imagine, she every dialogue that a person whoever had to say, she would be next to that person smiling. And at the end of the program, she was the heroine. Everybody caught up and clapped for her, and I wondered. And then the fairy was crying. She was really upset, and the mummy had to come to her, teacher had to hold her hand, and at the end of it all, this little one held the fairy and walked her through the stage. I wondered at that point of time, what is it that makes these two children so different? There was one child given the center of the stage, and one child was put onto the corner of the stage. How do their attitudes become so different? So when the mums came up to me, I found the mother of the fairy, giving a very baby, this that, and the mother of this little child who was a tree walked up to me and said, thank you so much, my baby's enjoyed herself. That's it, conversation over. So can you just kind of talk to us on this, that how is it that these attitudes can be so different?
Well, Sonia, it's all about acceptance. I think the mother accepted the child, whatever she was, however she was, and that made her so happy. We generally tend to forget that each and every child is unique. And somewhere, whether it's the societal pressure or the conditioning, we tend to compare them and just crush them. So the best way to raise up the child, first and foremost, is to accept it that he or she is unique. And once you accept, everything comes automatically. There's no
uh,
need to, yeah.
Yes. Also, overindulgence. I mean, do you think that sometimes too much is happening and we are giving children too much? Is that also one of the reasons why some children just learn how to be happy with small things, and for some they're just not enough? So,
Absolutely. It is not about them. It is so much about ourselves. It is the perfection syndrome. We want to be perfect parents. The children don't understand so much. It is the pressure on us. We are kind of so critical of ourselves that we are
yes,
not doing this for our child, that for our child. And this perfectionism somewhere creates a stress on the child. You cannot give from an empty cup unless you are happy, unless you are sorted, unless you accept yourself. You cannot do it for your child. So yes, this perfectionism, and also too much of hovering around them. The child hardly gets a place. You just don't want them to be daydreaming or just lying down and getting bored. Boredom is great for creativity. Mera bacha bore ho gaya hai, what is this? They don't understand that it is such a good thing. When I would get bored, I would just go to the kitchen, make some toys out of the atta which my mother gave me. We
Yes.
never demanded so many things.
Yes.
So it is all right for the child to get bored.
Yeah.
Please don't try to fix things for the child.
Yes.
So this is an important thing.
So yeah, I think it's a really nice thing, because I think we are trying to be, when the child is in the center and there is a periphery, we are not only not standing in the periphery, we jump into the center with the children. So you keep saying kuch karo, kuch karo. For all you know, the child is actually sitting and doing the kuch karo. So
Yes,
a very small thing will keep this child very happy. Like I'll give you a small example. You go to a hospital or an airport, one child will run 20 times up and down, up and down. The child is not bored with repetition. So just allow the child to be. I think happy children are children who are just allowed to be. It's an
yes,
important part of their growing, and I think it's an important. Also, what happens is, we have a fixed structure in our heads sometimes.
yeah,
Each child is not going to follow that structure, right, Jyoti?
absolutely.
So I remember you were mentioning something very beautiful about the pleasure and happiness and things like that. So can we do a little our next little song?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So everybody has to put their hands on their heart first. Can you feel your heartbeat? Ah, so it has to be happy heartbeat, right? So today I decided to sit on the floor and chat with all of you, because I feel happy sitting on the floor. you know so somebody is writing, ma'am, my daughter can play the whole day. How to make her write? Don't make her write, she'll be fine. Let her play. In fact, Jyoti is going to come up with this little point on play just after I do this beautiful song for you. So all of you are going to try to do this with me. uh, I want you to quickly think of 5 things that make you happy. Like, I feel happy when I this. So can you think of 5 things that make you happy? Jyoti, you also have to be ready.
I'm
All
ready.
right?
I'm ready.
So are we ready? Like I said, when children are there with us, I always feel we must do a little song, a little movement, a little fun. So are we ready? All right.
Absolutely.
So lollipops and chocolates and sandwich and noodles, drawing and coloring and paintbrush and doodles, pretty ribbons and light yellow strings. These are a few of my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. I hope you're all singing this line with me. So you have to repeat this favorite things wala line, all right?
Yes.
Fairies and elves with sashes so white, little ponies jumping and zebras black stripes, peacocks and parrots and their pretty wings. These are a few of my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. Apple and now summer mangoes and red cherries too. Even a little pencil, smart and new. The little stick my little dog runs and brings. These are a few of my favorite things. So when I'm not happy and I feel so sad, I simply remember my favorite things: pretty yellow ribbons and light yellow strings, peacocks and parrots and their pretty wings. I can be happy and I can be sad. I can be happy and I can be sad. It does not make me good or bad. I can be angry and I can be mad. I can be tired, I can be low, but it's okay. It's okay because I feel and you know. So you can feel happy, but you can't feel happy all the time. Please remember that. We always will keep lecturing children, aisa hona chahiye, you must do this, you must do that, you must do that. But not only children, but mums feel low. You get tired, dads feel low, grandma feels low, the help comes home. I have a little pet Pluto, he's 12 and he feels sad some days. So it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be fine, happy, it's okay to be angry. And I think, talking about these emotions, I'm first going to very quickly ask Jyoti to tell me her favorite things. Come on,
Yeah,
Jyoti,
I was
your
dying
chance.
to.
From the creators of the award-winning English Early Literacy Phonics playset, we bring to you a research-based, revolutionary and cutting-edge English reading product. Square Tales combine digital learning with physical application, transforming your pre-readers into independent and confident readers. Your child starts instantly from our bookshelf. Our patented blending engine helps your child blend letter sounds to form words with only 8 letters. Once they practice the words, they can start to read along the story through a very engaging and interactive interface. Several engaging activities at the end of each book help the child revise what they have learned.
Good job!
And while the children revise, our product assess their learning. Just try Square Tales 15 minutes a day to see a stark progress in your child.
Mama's hugs and Papa's smile, sitting with Grandma for a while. Dadu's stories and songs from Bhaiya. These are few of my favorite things.
Beautiful.
These are few of my favorite things.
And happy, smiley people, and just remembering all good gratitude. That's my favorite thing. I like to sit in corners of my home and just say, thank God. So, Jyoti, if you could just talk a little about this to the parents and teachers listening to us.
Absolutely. Being grateful is a big part of happiness. Whenever we are grateful, whenever we focus on the good things in our life, we are teaching our brain to notice these things and live with them. So I'm a practitioner of mindfulness, and Thich Nhat Hanh, the master says, whatever you focus on grows. Every day we plant seeds. It could be the plant a seed of anger or happiness or joy or fear, and it is all right to have those seeds. But watering the seeds of happiness or joy is the most important thing. And
Yes.
unfortunately, Sonia, as we were talking about it, in today's world, we equate happiness with pleasures, whereas pleasure and happiness are two entirely different things.
Yeah, I think it's good if you explain this, because when you said this to me the first time, I said, no, it's like almost the same. But I'd really like you to talk about this, Jyoti.
Uh, Say for pleasure could be eating an ice cream, a mango, or wearing a new dress, or maybe watching a movie, sometimes watching a movie. All the sensual things which give us pleasure are the pleasurable things. But unfortunately, there's nothing wrong with indulging in pleasure, but the problem is these are very short lived. This is a very short lived happiness. And we are not looking at a very short lived happiness. We are looking at authentic happiness, which becomes a way of life, which is always there with us, whether these things are there or not there. But we are happy without a reason. So when we focus on experiences, or as parents, when we give experiences to children, those are the things that can be recovered from our memory anytime. And they become the source of lasting happiness.
Yeah, so experiences, I think that's what is so
Experiences.
important.
Yes.
So important. Jyoti, also, we were talking about um, not only experiences, also, there was this very beautiful mention that Jyoti was making, that how, what is the happiness quotient in our lives? Like, how much of happiness are we supposed to be having? How do we measure happiness? And she said something really interesting, which I'm going to ask her to say after I finish this little part of it. So, my father used to say something very beautiful. He used to say, happy families are happy alike. There'll be similar things in the happy families. There will be a certain discipline. The children will, they will be the parents will have very good relationships. There will be a lot of balance and equality in that house. When you walk into the house, there is a spirit that just is visible. It'll be in a small thing like passing a salad plate to each other, like the father just stopping for a minute and helping the mom to pick up bags. It'll be very subtle, but these are happy families and alike. And another beautiful thing that you used to say is every unhappy family is unhappy in their own way. So happiness is alike, and unhappiness will be what you build. And sometimes it says that I'm looking at also comments that have coming, that which says that we are in a joint family. And as a preschool teacher for so many years, of course now I don't get so much time to go back to a school, but I used to be dealing with mums, I would be dealing with the grandmothers, I would be dealing with the fathers. And there were certain times when we used to actually call the family over and say, please support the mother, because she is correcting the child because the child needs to. And sometimes it's just a small talk and there is happiness. So I have this very strong faith in this adrak wali chai. I always tell everybody that whenever possible, if you feel that your family or people are not understanding your happiness quotient, because mums and dads have to be happy to make the children happy. I think that's how. So ek adrak wali chai banaiye and sit down and chat. I think that works beautifully, and I'm going to leave it to Jyoti to take it further now.
So I think Sonia has been blessed with happy genes. There's a study in psychology which says 50% of your happiness is genetic. So
Wow.
I'm really sure she's blessed with those happy genes, and that is why she's radiating so much. So coming to the happiness part, as I have mentioned, 50% of our happiness is genetic. 10% depends on the situational things about which we make such a hue and cry: big house, big car, fancy whatever, fancy clothes and big screens and everything. You would be amazed, only 10% contributes to that, and and rest 40% is in our hands. And also to tell you, happiness is an action. If you keep thinking, if you keep waiting, I will be happy when I get this, you will never be able to be really happy. Happiness is all about doing, taking concrete steps to do things which you enjoy: engagement, kindness, pro social behavior, savoring. These are the things which eventually end up in making you a happy person. It is all right. So what if the genes, you
Yes.
might have a little bit of less happier genes than Sonia, but then you can work on those 50%. Maybe she doesn't need to so much, but I'm sure she would be working. But
Yes.
this is it.
Yes.
And also another very important thing, what is the problem with these objects? When I say the television or the car or anything else will make you happy for a very small time, there is a phenomena called hedonistic adaptation.
Yeah.
So for anything, costliest mobile, best of things, maybe a week or a month or after 6 months, you get used to it, and then they stop giving you happiness. They just exist for you, you take them for granted. So for happiness to begin a way of your life, the need is to focus on acceptance, gratitude,
Yeah.
kindness, experiences, and sharing happy moments together, which give rise to positive emotions, which is all
Yes.
about happiness.
Yes.
So
So, like I said, I have to ring up my mummy and thank her today. Mom and dad, thank you for 50% of my genes.
please do that. Yeah, we need to.
Yeah. And also I think, Jyoti, is that I used to tell everybody when I'm an author with the Oxford University Press, and so many people ask me, how come you got this opportunity? I said, I don't really know, but I used to talk to the universe. I used to keep standing outside and thinking that, oh, if I want to do this, I want to do the best. When my child was growing up, like today we are talking about the COVID, children in a closed space. I've been saying this in last few webinars of mine. The only difference I see is that their children can't play with other children. But how many army children grow like this in areas where for the first 2-3 years they have no friend except the mother? Am I right? There'll be
Absolutely.
a little basha, and that basha will be like 10 hours journey somewhere, and these kids grow completely fine. So please do not, because these children are really not dealing with the COVID. You are. The children are safe, they are home, and perhaps they're spending more time with you than ever before, because everybody's home. So I think don't let this become, so it'll last another 3 months. Let's say it lasts another 6 months. So gradually, safety zones, like I said, that is why I bring Mr. Panda along, that keep the safety zones on, and then don't let the panic happen. Set a simple routine for them. And please, when you're angry or when you're upset, so I'm going to show you this little lovely box. Before that, I'll give a little chat time again. So I met a couple of people a couple of years back, and I asked them, what do you do? They said, we go to camps and we play. I said, wow, I mean, like, is it a job? So I said, what kind of camps do you go to? They said, we go to relief camps, whether if there's an earthquake or there is a storm. But just imagine, this is the first time in so many years we are seeing the whole world fall apart. Otherwise it was always in parts. And these people just go and play with those people there. They play with the adults, they play with the children. They don't lecture them, they don't counsel them, they do nothing. They just go there and simply play for an hour and come back. So Jyoti, if you could, talk to us about this little playtime and how important it is.
See, in the beginning, I said we as adults try to fix everything. And when you are playing with the child, you are not trying to fix everything. You are just becoming one with him. So that is very important. And also another important thing is keeping your playfulness alive.
Yeah, that's so
We have
important.
the courage to be quirky. I
Yeah.
just shaved off my head. And a lot of people had this question, ki, what? How could you? It is, it is the least of the things. If
Yeah.
my playfulness is alive, if I can laugh at myself, if I can
Yes.
bring humor into my life, that is
Yes.
very important. So as parents, we have taken our job of parenting very
Very
seriously.
seriously, very
Very
seriously.
seriously. Please be compassionate towards yourself. I must have made 101 mistakes while bringing up my daughter.
It's
That
okay.
doesn't make her love me any less, you
Yeah.
know. So it is all right. Please, I'm against all these parenting techniques and all. I feel there's some good things, and each and every family has its own way of parenting. Just the
Yes.
basic rules should be there.
Yeah.
Rest all, we cannot put parents, in democratic parenting and nurture and parenting styles. I'm totally against it.
Jyoti, I was just, while you're talking about this, I was getting a lot of questions about, is this like people are sending me message, are these parenting workshops? I said, Nana, I'm only going to parent my kid. Like, I can't help you to parent yours. We are just putting a platform and joining the triangle. The people
Yes.
who work with children, the parents, and the children. We are not here to tell you, that we are parenting experts, because each of your situations is so different. The only thing is we can share our experiences, our thoughts, and of course, we have people like Jyoti coming on board who bring in the expertise on whatever we are talking about. So there was I quite agree with her that don't take your parenting so seriously, have some fun.
My kid is like every other 5 years old. She loves being active, she loves to play, she loves to be naughty all the time. But she won't really read. All that changed when I introduced her to Square Tales.
Square Tales is basically an interactive platform.
It actually makes her self-learn. Just the 10 minutes of it and she grasps everything. It just contains of 2 or 3 letters in the words. She speaks it so clearly.
For beginners, it's very important to learn to read. And then in a later stage, they read to learn.
He is learning correct words, correct pronunciation, and his vocabulary is increasing. I am happy he is able to blend the letters and he can read.
She had started reading small sentences and making her own sentences.
So it's more of a fun for him.
The child would love to play with this since it's with full of characters and colorful.
They start with guided reading digitally, and then they move to independently reading the physical version of the same book.
The activities and the readings and the books they are giving, it's all based on the neuroscience research.
It's a digital world, of course, so the child would love to play with iPads and phones and all. And they are willingly learning with that.
And I don't feel guilty about giving my daughter the screen time.
I heard about Square Tales online and I just had to try it out.
I'm really happy with Square Tales, that it is giving that overall development to my child.
As in a whole, I'm really very happy to make this decision and gift her Square Tales.
So I am very happy with with the Square Tail, and I highly recommend for the parents to go for it.
I'm waiting for more to come in.
And I'm so confident that this product will help my child to become successful and more advanced.
Allow
Lots of
yourself to
fun.
make some mistake,
Absolutely.
because, when your children grow up, they are not going to remember how many times you ask them to brush their teeth. They're going to remember those fun experiences while brushing their teeth.
Absolutely.
Like what you did when you were cooking, what you were doing. So just let yourself be, I think. And another thing which is really important is the no, do it in a better way. I think the kind of no we are listening to so many times, if you could just do it, can we do it like this, give them two choices, and it works so much better, right? So Jyoti, we'll leave you to tell us a few more thoughts. I'm not going to guide you to any thought. What comes to your mind, just share it with everyone, please.
See, for me, there are apprehensions. We really want to have very good relationship with our children, which is a good thing. We are focusing on something good, and in this quest to have a very good relationship, we read books, we visit people, we buy them things, we do 101 things. But for me, the most important thing is connect. Having a connect of that with your children. It is an extension of the umbilical cord. I call it an extension. पहले umbilical cord थोड़ी मोटी होती है और जब आप बड़े हो जाते हैं तो वो एकदम पतली हो जाती है. Okay, so there is no, it's not holding that cord. It is that invisible cord. You could be sitting in one end of a room and a slight smile on your face looking at the child can be a connect. A tap on the shoulder of the child can be a connect. Pulling up his socks could be a connect. Just सिर्फ एक हाथ फेरना could be a connect. You need not do badi cheezein, sitting and talking and tell me what is this, what are your emotions. Not important.
I have to intervene here once, Jyoti.
Yeah.
So these days, come, let me talk about how are you feeling today.
Yeah.
Like, I sometimes don't want to talk about how I'm feeling today.
Yes.
So I think this is something so important what you said, that don't guide them into all the time do things which are invisible yet there.
And and this comes from the fact, anything which you are doing very consciously and gives you even an inch of stress is not worth doing. It should come spontaneously. Yes. Even while making a chapati, if you feel like putting a little bit of atta on your child's cheek, it says, Mama, kya kar rahe ho? That connect is beautiful. Your playfulness is there, your connect with the child is there, you have touched the child. Touching is very important. I don't know, that is one thing I really go by at any age, that touch brings about such good feelings and happy hormones. Yeah.
Yes. So I just got a beautiful, message on the chat says that, my child just looks with her eyes and says, Ma suno. How beautiful is that? Another very beautiful time I feel for happiness is the smallest of things, setting up the child's cupboard, you know, sharing things that you did as a child. Just chalte chalte, you know. In a few weeks from now, we are going to bring to you something called Gungunati Kahaniya. It's something which I've been wanting to build. कि आप कभी कभी it is not necessary that you speak to the child. कभी कभी आप गुनगुनाते जाइए and you see what your child is picking up. I have a beautiful person in my mind for Gungunati Kahaniya, and we will bring that person to you very soon. But till then, there's one little thing. Jyoti, can I share that little box that I made for them
Of
today?
course, sure. We would
So
love to.
Amazon, I mean, any, you know, our online shopping platforms are open. And I found a little box in my house, and just as my, you know, help was throwing it away, I said, just keep it, I may need it. So when after I chatted with Jyoti in the morning, I went to my, you know, little store, and I took out a box. It's a normal box which, you know, my husband called in for something, and I took a sheet of paper and just covered it, just like a normal box. I love eating ice cream, so my ice cream sticks are there. Of course, I'm also a preschool teacher, so I have them. But otherwise, one stick a day if I collect. And I just made different expressions and I just put them into the box. I took some passport size photographs and I made my little puppets. So I don't have children, babies at home. So it was me and my husband's little puppet. You know, it's very important for the mom and dad to say that I'm really angry today. I'm really upset today. It's bothering me today. And then the child is not going to listen to your lecture. The child is going to imbibe how you reacted at that time. If you are angry and you've thrown something, you have given the child the liberty to do it tomorrow. If you are upset and you've pushed something away, or you said, I'll talk to you later, you have told the child this is how you deal with, you know, your emotions. So having different emotions is good, but also learning how to deal with them makes children happier. It makes them understand that it's okay that I feel like this. It's perfectly okay, but I can deal with it differently. I think that's, is it okay to cry in front of your child? Yes. Yes, it is okay.
Totally.
So I'm going to ask, you know, why not? Why not? I'll ask Jyoti to answer this. Is it okay to cry in front of my child? Now this magic box is going to open, and inside is going to be a little mirror.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
So the child, and this is a mirror which was, I think, my husband's old mirror. It's about maybe about 25, 26 years old. So it's not about how expensive. So you can feel, you know, feeling is a very important part of happiness. How you feel as a person. And remember that it cannot be a stable, you're not like you're living, you know, your graph is going to go like that. Right,
Absolutely.
Jyoti? So I think a little thing, and then like I said, you just put it. And today mom is tired maybe, so just put it there. So children understand that today mommy is tired. So this could become your little feeling box for the house. So next time जब आप कुछ मंगवाते हैं, तो look at it very, very happily and say, oh, I can use it for this purpose. So Jyoti, over to you, please. I'll
I
just bring
think
a
you
little
have
questions.
inherited lot of creative genes also, Sonia. Apart from the happiness genes, lot of creativity genes also you have seemed to have inherited.
They only come last minute, Jyoti, when I'm under a lot of pressure. Then
But they do come. But they do come.
Yeah,
So,
so I'm, yeah.
yeah. So when we talk about emotions, um, you know, right from the childhood, we are told कि नहीं गुस्सा मत करो, गुस्सा
Yes.
मत करो, ऐसे मत करो, चुप रहो, रोना है तो दूसरे कमरे में रो जाके, सबके सामने
Correct,
नहीं
correct,
रोते हैं.
correct.
So we grow
And
up
ladke nahi rote. That's the
लड़के
saddest thing
नहीं
we
रोते
teach
हैं.
them.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Right. So suppression of emotion is the root cause of all the emotional disturbances in life, and all the mental diseases come from suppressing the emotions. So it one should be very mindful. If I am experiencing it, like again, mindfulness practitioner, so our Thich Nhat Hanh master says, whenever you have an emotion, you first need to pick up that emotion. When a child cries, when a baby cries, आप जाके सीधे उसके कुछ मुंह में ठूसने नहीं लगते हो. You just pick up the child first. and see what is wrong, whether the nappy is wet or the child is hungry or wants to be fed, and then you do the next thing. So in the same way, we need to pick up the emotions, I mean, become aware of it, hold the emotions, and then next comes the step of whatever needs to be done, you know. And these emotions, they, if left to them, they can just like clouds fly away. You need not, we generally start building narratives around the emotions. मुझे गुस्सा आ रहा है, मुझे गुस्सा इसलिए आ रहा है क्योंकि मम्मी ने ऐसे कहा था, फिर मम्मी ऐसे हमेशा क्यों करती रही. So the child, the moment you pick up the emotion and stop building the narratives, it will automatically go away.
Yes, just
So
let
accept
it
the
pass.
emotions, let it pass,
Yes.
let it pass, and accept it. Just name it. In fact, the emotional intelligence is all about naming the emotions. I'm
Yeah,
feeling
so
angry, I'm feeling
I think
upset.
it's so important. Yeah, yeah,
It
it's so
is
important. And grow your vocabulary of emotion. I'm feeling delighted. I'm feeling
absolutely.
really mad with life today. It's fine, it's perfectly. And somebody asked me this beautiful question that said, can I cry in front of my child? I to call up my kid and howl. What about you, Jyoti? Do you do that?
Absolutely. She said, Mama, ab rona shuru mat kar dena. She's so scared of my crying. Every time I
Yeah.
hear her voice, you are there, she's in Singapore and I'm here. So I miss you so much. I say,
Yeah,
Mama,
yeah.
rona mat shuru kar dena.
No,
But she
and
knows I will.
also if you are upset with somebody, who will you go to? I think right from your childhood, from the children's childhood, the child. Just hold the child and say that mom's really sad today. Allow the child to reach out to you. You would be surprised, their healing is the most beautiful and totally non-analytical. वो कुछ analyze नहीं करेगा, but just the touch on your face, so it just, they are the best consolers. That is what somebody's written. There's no doubt about it. And they keep your heartbeat so calm. I think that's, like I today I was asking Jyoti, I said, suppose we have to wind up the session and we have to say what are the 10 things we must do to see that वो जो 50% जेनेटिक है वो तो दे दिया हमने, लेकिन द रेस्ट ऑफ द 50% तो हमारे हाथ में है. तो हम उसके लिए वो क्या 10 चीजें करें to give our children a fair square chance to be happier people, more complete. So Jyoti, if you could quickly compile this beautiful thing for us, and I'm going to make my notes.
Okay. See, I am a storyteller too. So before before I summarize the things, I need to tell a story to all the parents present and leave with the reflection, whatever they want to.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful
So
story.
there was
Yes,
this couple
we're
who had
looking
3
forward to it.
children. They lived in Mumbai, and before the COVID times, they decided to go to Goa for a holiday, and they decided to drive down. So mother and father told the children, see, we all are going to have a great time, but there is one condition. If anybody whines, fights, or complains during the journey, we are going to come back. Well, the children took it lightly. इस कान से सुना, उस कान से निकाल दिया. Here, everything was put in the car, the soft drinks, the picnic baskets, the clothes, the beach clothes, and everything. And they started, everybody was very happy, and they must have traveled for 10 minutes. And the first child, the child who was sitting in the middle, said, Mama, he's pushing me. And the other child said, Mama, look at this. I want to see something out of the window, and Bhaiya is not letting me. And the grown up child, oh God, how can I forget this? Mama, do you remember to have kept my iPad? And immediately the father turned the car back home. The children reached home and they were surprised. They have never expected this to happen. Mother and father took out the bags and told, and the children were in a shock. They said, but Mama, we didn't. Okay, good, we understand. If you behave well and remember the thing about not complaining, not fighting, and not whining, we will decide to, we'll take a call and go to Goa day after. And sure enough, children went inside. For one day, there was no whining, no complaining, nothing of the kind. And the parents smiled at each other because they had actually booked it for day after tomorrow. So I really want to
Great.
leave it with this reflection.
Early literacy is the foundation for all learning. Building on this foundation, our mission at Square Panda is to help every child succeed at early literacy. One of the things that parents may not always be aware of is that learning to read is an extremely complex skill. Not only from a behavioral perspective where children have to attend school for many years to learn how to read, but also from the perspective of the brain where some profound rewiring needs to happen to enable skilled reading. One of the other things that I want to emphasize is that it is very important for children to really get engaged and have fun with the reading process. That is what ultimately will drive their intrinsic motivation to keep coming back and keep learning.
One very important thing in parenting is be consistent. Do what
Consistent.
you say. So
Yeah.
one of the things is consistency. Please let them have lot of me time, lot of boredom, lot of solitude. Don't keep arranging things for them. Another third point is, please don't try to fix things for them. रो रहा है, अरे बेटा क्या हुआ, come. Let them handle their emotions, like Sonia said. That would be a far better way. And
So
yes, if they
beautiful.
want to come, just hug them. It is perfectly all right. If they
And
come
you know,
for support.
Jyoti, and I think in the morning, all mamas and daddies just hug each other and say, this is going to pass. बहुत
Absolutely.
बहुत खुश रहिए, you know, and I think that will relate to the children. One little exchange of the eye, one little smile. चलो 10 मिनट बैठ के चाय पी लेते हैं, एक कॉफी का कप बना दो, एक प्लेट एक दूसरे की उठा लो, and I'm telling you, this beautiful time will pass. There's one little sensitive comment I've seen on the chat box. It says that I'm about 47 and I don't have a baby. How can I be happy? So, it's tough not to have a child, but it's a big world. It's a beautiful, big world. Do not allow yourself to be bogged down by what you did not create. The good Lord has created so much. Share your love. Don't get upset. Don't get. See, once our children get married and go away, we are actually by ourselves. Don't you think so, Jyoti? But then
Absolutely.
we find fulfilling things to do. In fact, we are so busy, all of us. Sometimes my daughter calls up and complains, "Arey yaar, why did you, where are you?" So that's how it is. And I think we just have a minute to go, Jyoti. And thank you so much for being here. And very quickly, if your last, one
Yeah.
nice, happy tune. for us.
Absolutely. Listening to all this, you must be thinking कि happiness के लिए ये करना है, वो करना है. Let me tell you one most important thing. Please don't chase happiness. You may prioritize your happiness. It is all right to do the things which you like to do, but if you start chasing happiness, I want to be happy, so I will do this. I want to be happy, so I will do this. It will evade you. It is like a butterfly. If you are quiet, it will come and sit on your shoulder. But if you try to hold it, it will fly away. So with this, I would like to end this session. Thank you,
Thank you.
Sonia. Thank you, Ashish,
Thank
for
you.
giving me this platform. Such a pleasure being here.
That's why we had the creative with the butterfly on the finger. We knew you think like this, Jyoti.
Thank you.
And Ashish's team is fantastic, in fact, I'm beginning to look forward to this 5 o'clock. I read up, I talk to people, and I'm always so happy to come back for this evening. The next week, we're going to have something really exciting. It's going to be building your own storybooks, your own thoughts with children. So I'm going to again bring a very special guest with me. And Ashish, back over to you. And thank you all for joining us. Also, questions which are like, which we will be putting up. We will be putting up the songs. I'll put up these templates. Gradually, Ashish has a great idea. He says that he wants to have a little corner of resources. So just give us a little time and we'll build this beautiful little corner for you. फिर हमको भी कभी जब दिल करेगा, we'll keep putting things in it. So thank you so much and have a happy time. Send a lot of messages to the universe and let's all be happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Ms. Jyoti. Beautiful session. I mean, definitely, it should make a lot of people smile, and that's all this is about. So thank you so much. And Sonia, we'll see you again next week. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Yes,
have a great week, everybody.
Early literacy is the foundation for all learning. Building on this foundation, our mission at Square Panda is to help every child succeed at early literacy. One of the things that parents may not always be aware of is that learning to read is an extremely complex skill. Not only from a behavioral perspective where children have to attend school for many years to learn how to read, but also from the perspective of the brain where some profound rewiring needs to happen to enable skilled reading. One of the other things that I want to emphasize is that it is very important for children to really get engaged and have fun with the reading process. That is what ultimately will drive their intrinsic motivation to keep coming back and keep learning.